we see each other in May. Springtime is here, so we are having a lot of spring activities and play outdoors, right? Not only the kids themselves, but also with parents. And this is a good opportunity for people to explore the watches together, to see how it works, to see all of the features, and to make parents be sure that this is actually a really nice device for the kid, and it might be of a help for the whole family. Well, firstly, let me ask if you can hear me well, if everything is fine. So, hello. Can you hear me? Could you please tell me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So yeah, it's actually pretty hot today, isn't it? All right. Well, yeah, can hear well, that's right. So yeah, let us start talking about our Z7 or Z1 first. Z7, I guess. Yeah, our smartwatches for kids, one of the best electronic devices. Okay. Yeah, you can hear as well. Great. So all of the platforms are working well, and this is nice. Do you have any questions, by the way? So yeah, here we go. We will start. We'll start with the first and probably most important feature of the watches is location tracking, which is really important for parents and those who are worried about their. Actually, not only parents. I personally know a big sister who bought the watches for her little brother because, well, she was the one who was responsible to pick him up from school, and she was like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. And he's, well, let's say he's mature enough to go by himself. So she bought watches for him so she could actually see where exactly he is and pick him up if he has some troubles or go into any dangerous areas. And actually the parents agreed, so it worked well, and yes, without any troubles she started to spend her time on her some like things to do, and her brother was actually pretty happy to have the watches because well, yeah, he loved to play those and take pictures actually. So let's see the app, and maybe there is oh, German. Well, yeah, my German is not that good. Let me see. Oh yeah, by the way, so the app has different languages, and which ones, by the way? German, English. Is there Chinese? Chinese, German, English, any other languages?
Yeah.
Which ones? All right, one moment. So yeah, let's see a bit later once we manage to have English there. So good. All right. So what else do we want to know about the watches? As a parent, we want to be sure that this is actually pretty safe for the kid, right? So the kid could be completely okay with using those watches, and it wouldn't harm him in any way or her. So the imoo watches are actually safe, and it can, like, there has been a lot, like plenty of quality tests. So in okay good. Well, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So the watches are actually completely safe for the kid to use, and it wouldn't harm, and it's like, you know, even if you touch it here, so it actually is completely okay. So like, even, you know, when it's summer and we can sweat, and well, it might be like, you know, we can have some allergy or, you know, that kind of stuff. It wouldn't happen with imoo watches. Completely fine with these. So let us see how it looks like here. Here we have a place for our SIM card, and Here is the chip. So the watches are like this. So we can, this is the button to flip up the screen. Put it here. This is the back camera, and this is... Okay, thank you. Here is the front camera, and here is the back one, which is actually really great because we don't have it on Z1. Well, they look cool and for little kids, and they're useful for those who are like, let's say 5 years old or 6, who do not need to use the camera, or like only using the front camera for calling, for having some communication with parents and, you know, friends maybe, or whatever. So, but this Z7 works well for those kids who are actually having, you know, some hobbies and probably keen on taking pictures, because it has 2 cameras, front and back one, and also it has selfie camera. Let me show you, which is actually, you know, a pretty nice feature for those kids who really love to take pictures and send them, share them with family and friends. Sticker cam. So literally, you can choose a sticker. Let me choose one. I don't know, let's say it'll be Elsa. So let me take a picture first. Oh, 1 moment. No face detected. Well, yeah, for sure, there is no face here. And then let us see in the album how it looks like. So here is the album. So you can see all of the pictures that your kid took, like every... Oh, here we are. Maybe like this. Oh, a snowman. So the sticker cam. It all works really nice. And also, oh yeah, the fitness track here. Later I will show you how it looks like in the app, but this is the way the kid sees this. So literally there is a challenge that the kid needs to accept, and then probably it could be, I don't know, 2,000 steps, or maybe 5 kilometers to walk, or maybe even about swimming. So the kid could accept this, and then, you know, kids love to compete, right? It would... Oh yeah, even there is an award here. You can get congratulations and share it with friends, with your contacts. Well, yeah, about the contacts. So as far as you know, the kid cannot add anyone to the contact list without parents' permission. So if we talk about contact, it's only the parent who can allow that to do. But kids can make friends using the phone watches only if they have, well, if their friend also has those. It's gonna be like bumping up like this. So they could be immediately friends, could become immediately friends on the app. But then the parents also would need to allow or not if they want to. Some parents, you know, well, most of the parents, they just leave this feature, like, you know, without any restrictions, so the kid could, well, choose himself or herself who to become friends with, and then there will be no one who needs to restrict that. But, you know, actually still there are some parents who are, you know, really worried about the kid, so they don't want the kid to add any friend. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They wouldn't want any, like, you know, some people are too worried. It happens sometimes, it's completely fine, especially those who have one kid only, because, you know, the first kid, because everyone is really, really worried about everything. And then, well, yeah, they just set the restriction on the app, which I will show you a little bit later. imoo app on the phone that even if the kid is going to add some friends by bumping up, they still will need to confirm. Hey, hello. It might be friends or classmates or anyone, and but still the parents want to know who their kid is talking to, who is having some, conversations, what are they talking about, especially if the kid is little, maybe like, grade 1 or grade 2. Well, for sure it wouldn't work with a kid who is 12 already, but yeah, those also can use the watches, especially Z7. Well, Z1 would be a little bit too simple for a 12-year-old. But still, some schools, they even do not allow the kids to have the phones, so the watches are pretty good. And it actually works really well for them to have the watches. And then, yeah, well, let's say it is not completely the same as phone, but still it is nice to use. And yeah, there are all the features the kid needs at school, even the stopwatch actually. So without any troubles, the kid can go there, open. Here's the screen. Oh, by the way, what do we have? Well, it's the watch, right? So we have time, we have day of the week, we have our date here as well. And actually here you can probably see that it says no card, because these watches, they don't have the SIM card here. You can put it here, so everything will be fine. We don't need it because we don't use it actually. So yeah, we use Wi-Fi, which also here it is. You can well, I'm not sure about the schools, but at home for sure you don't need to use your traffic, so you can just go for your Wi-Fi plan, and the kid can keep using it at home without spending any additional money or anything like that. So yeah, let us see where here is the chat. Maybe we could say hi to mom. Hi. And let us see if she will receive any message. Here is the app. We see chat. Hi. Yeah, so she received that, and then we could answer hello baby. The kid receives this immediately as well, so there is it couldn't be postponed or something like that, as long as Wi-Fi works well. By the way, for some kids, well, probably those who are 5 years old or 6 years old, they cannot probably type, not for now, so it's actually pretty well, I would personally say that this makes their lives more simple, but yeah, even my life, because I'm not really into typing, all of those things happened, which for me it's always easier to send a voice message, but sometimes it's not convenient, right? So actually you just can hold the button and talk to your mom or to your dad or to your friend, trying to send a message to say what exactly is happening, and maybe say how happy you are, and to express all of those emotions. It's always easier than to by your voice, right, than to write a message, especially because here you could probably see it closer. When you need to type, not even everything, not all of the letters you can see. So for me it would be not okay. Here, look, for example, if you want to say something, I am happy today. Oh yeah, even for the blank you need to go see. Here we go. I, and then if you need to leave a space, you need to push here on the keyboard and then go for, symbols, and then only here you can get this space, which is not really convenient, but still, well, it works fine for those who are used to it. I personally am not used to it, but yeah, those kids who use the watches in everyday life, they are pretty okay. And if they are not in a hurry and probably not so overwhelmed with emotions, they wouldn't really need to, to send the voice message, especially when when the parents are working and they have no opportunity to hear what the kids said, but probably they still could be really worried, so they need to find a chance to go somewhere and to hear those voice records. Yeah, so if the kid is having like normal life, everything's fine. Well, yeah, like that, when nothing is happening, like nothing bad is happening or nothing like really, really exciting happening. So it's just a simple message about mom on my way back home or I'm leaving school. So this is fine to type a message. But if there is something that is overwhelming the kid and he or she is like so excited to share and wants to share that with parents or with family members or with anyone else, just hold the button, record the voice message and send it. And it's also really, really nice, isn't it? Let's see, what do we have on the app, apart from the opportunity here, like here's the chat with your kid. Actually, we got a question. I'm not sure if that person is still here. About the oh yeah, you're here. Cool. So here we are about the question. Your question about the quantity of that. You see, here on one app we have few watches here. So literally, if you have not one kid, you can add another watch, or maybe your kid has two watches. It also works sometimes. So here we go, and you can see all of the information. Not only talk to them, because even here you have use it probably family chat, or hey, no, here we go. You can talk to someone and send some stickers. But well, this is not the most important feature, right? Here we go. We open the kids info. Here we see the contacts, we see the number, we see the friends. Here is, by the way, the QR code. So the kids info as well. You can add, well, avatar. Mostly kids, they love to create it themselves, especially using the sticker cam. They believe it's fun and well, it looks nice, by the way, and it's really cute. So the kids level, it doesn't actually matter for the parent, but it works when the kids want to play a lot, and then when they compete together and they see the level of a friend, for example. So here we need to see how the experience we need to get to another level. Well, you know how, no, not really. Now, it's not like it is really, really important, but it is, it's another feature for the kids who play. And it's not like it would affect the usage of the watches, or, the higher the level, the better the watches are. No, it's just for those kids who want to play with others, and probably there might be some classmates who compete, or might be some friends, or I don't know, probably no family members for sure, because they don't really use, adults don't really use the watches. But I personally would want to sometimes to take them like in the evening when I go for a walk, to see the location tracking and to see, you know, how many steps and how many kilometers I walked. So for me, it works fine in this case, but I would never use it for adding friends and, you know, like that kind of stuff. So actually, the level doesn't really affect like any features like, you know, location or any fitness tracking or, you know, like, well, yeah, anything. Only the kids, like, you know, the group of kids, when they want to share that. And, you know, there might be some competitions like playing jump rope, because the watches Z7, it has the feature of when you open it and then you go for the fitness. Here we go. One moment. So actually it works like, here we go, rules. One moment. When you push here, like exercise now, you can choose actually the activity you're gonna do. As you can see here, the first option is swimming. Now, why is that possible? Because the watches, imoo watches, are waterproof. It's not waterproof like when the kid is going to wash the face and brush the teeth, so it will be fine. It's, well, it surely would be fine, but it's waterproof so that the kid could go even swimming, like, you know, especially when it's not, well, it might be, you know, playing at the hello, at the beach, or, you know, in the swimming pool as well. So without it, like, you know, putting all of the watches. And then we choose here, when the kid chooses here swimming activity, it goes for his or her fitness tracking. There we go, swimming, we start, and then after that we can get the information how many meters the kid swam and how, you know, not hours, but yeah, how long did it take, even the calories burned. So all of that information the parent could see on the app later. And then here's, for example, this one, this kid, and then we have fitness here. Well, yeah, the kid exercised 0 minutes today. Was not really active, but probably because of the rain. Well, no one really wants to go out when it rains, right? But still, if the kid gets into a sudden shower, so nothing would happen to the watch, because it's gonna be completely fine thanks to its waterproof material. Here we have all of the activities, but see their record, well, no recent, but yeah, maybe there was something. Well, yeah, this kid didn't really exercise. Let us see what was having to, here, ice blue, probably this kid had more activities and was more active recently. Well, even 1 minute, which is not bad. Here we go first. Oh, swimming. Yeah. Well, yeah. 0.09 calories burned. But yeah, the kid wasn't swimming for a long time at that time. Maybe that was even not swimming. Maybe that was shower. And here we have no record for running and anything like that, but maybe this one. Fitness. Actually, it also can have no record as well. All activities. Yeah. But anyway, let it be like this. So it actually works not only for those, who want to make the kit running or jogging or, just walking. It also really useful when the kid is keen on swimming, so the parents could see how the kid improved, because you can always compare the speed the kid used to have before, and then to see, like, the distance as well. When the kid used to swim 100 meters and took, let's say, 5 minutes, and now it is 3.5. Every parent would be really proud, right? And would be would be happy to see how the kid is improving. But also an important thing is that the watches are not only waterproof, but also they keep working when under the water. So you can actually even call to your kid, or your kid can call to you and show, maybe when the kid is having fun at the beach, right? When the kid at the seaside, so having a lot of fun. Maybe it is a summer camp or a trip somewhere abroad, or just in the city with grandma and grandpa, and when the kid wants to share everything with parents. So he can call. We can even try to call now to, let me see, which one is this? It's probably ice blue. We can see the confirm. Oh, no. So here you can see that we're calling to this one now. And so let us try to put it underwater and call it again. Here you go. So we just put the watches there, here, water. And then we try to call again. Make a video call to ice blue. Yes, we confirm it. We go for it, and we can even, yeah, probably not. So yeah, we can see it. Can you show it closer, please? Can you show it closer, please? So that the kid is receiving the call from the parent here, and even underwater, and we can even try to just answer here. So everything works well. We can switch the camera as well, so we can use the back one and the front one. Here we go. So no problem happening. And how the parent sees that, the parent can see the location as well of the kid right now. So not only the kid, also the parent can switch the camera to see, like, if the kid opened only the front camera, the parent can switch it to the back one to see the exact place where the kid is, and also to see the location. Let us finish, hang up this call. Thank you. Here the kid declined the call. Well, sometimes it happens here.
No free. Yes, it's not free. But today it's cheap. It's 290 euros, and it's for Z7, and Z1 is 190.
29. Yeah.
129 euros. You can find our website and get our smartwatch.
Yeah, and actually, like, you know, there is a 15 days return for no reason if you don't really like, or if your kid doesn't really like, or doesn't feel comfortable having the watches, or no, whatever it could happen. So actually, if something goes wrong, or you just don't like it, you don't need to even explain the reason, but we would be actually really grateful if you say us why it happens. But anyway, so you always have a choice to return the watches and then get your money back, as long as 15 days haven't. Yes, yes, literally no reason. If you have no reason, you can just return. Yeah, well, surely you will get the money back. But if something happens to the watches, you keep using it. For example, your kid uses it for a year, and then something happens. Oh, well, yes. Yeah, that's what I started to talk about. We have 2 years warranty, so if something happens, so you can send the watches back to us, and we will fix the problem. You can always contact those you know, who are responsible for that in your country. Yeah, yeah, like that. Let's see what's what we can have here as well. So, oh no, let me firstly to show all of the other features. Let me actually get these watches back, and because they're connected to that phone, it would be easier for us to show. This one goes back swimming, enjoying the cold water on this spring hot day. And I will show you the features here. Oh, by the way, so yeah, you just saw I took it from the water, from, you know, so-called swimming pool, and the cameras are completely fine. So this one and this one, it wasn't affected by water. Nothing happened. So here we go. The screen works well as well. Nothing happens. I don't know. Here we go. No problem. What we have here is the the levels I was talking about. Those who are about you know, competition, when the kids who love to play and then they want to see which level they're on. Please, one moment. Here you can see what the rabbit says. Ice blue, study hard. You know, for me, it would probably sometimes be irritating, but kids also love this because, you know, it's actually different when your parents tells you to study hard than when you're, you know, a cute little bunny says you to focus on your studying. And sometimes they really need to see this, and yeah, to get more motivated. Probably, for sure it wouldn't work with anyone, but yeah. Yeah, please. Uh-huh. Yes. So, oh yeah, yeah. Sorry. I promised I remember. So here's the question about the location, and tracking. Location history, we have not. Oh, well, we do have location history. The watches do have it, and you can see it always on the app. It is not for 1 day or 2 days. It is not only the immediate one and the current one. It is for 2 days. Sorry, for 2 weeks. We have 14 days location tracking. So actually, the precise one, yes. No. The kid cannot change it. Well, the kid can change the route for sure, but it's not possible to change any, not possible to clear it. You can clear the history only using the app, and the app you can only use on your smartphone. Not there is no chance to change it with watches. So 2 weeks location tracking, the parent can see the precise location where the kid has been and all of the places the kid visited, and you to see the route from school and back home, and to school, to any other places where the kid normally goes, any playgrounds, like everything, even if the kid didn't start the fitness checking. So let us clear it. Yeah, the fitness tracking and the location tracking, they are separate, like two separate features. And as for fitness, the kid needs to push the button and say, starting the exercising and start the training. And as for location, it always works. So there is no chance to stop it or to start it when the kid wants to. It just always works. So the parents are able to see everything, every step, literally, as long as the kid takes watches. Yeah, but for the fitness, it's different. And for fitness, the track keeps for 30 days. So it's not only 2 weeks. And it works well for those kids who love to see their, activity monthly. Well, we're all different, right? Sometimes for some people, it is important to see their improvement in 1 week, or someone loves to see for a trimester. Some loves to make it monthly. And yeah, let us actually see that. Here we go. More fitness. Oh yeah, sorry again, Ice Blue is just focusing on swimming only. Also no records. Water pink. Nothing. But yeah, then probably we can see just the 1 moment. The track here. Yeah, this one is the location one, not the fitness one. No history, no history. The kit is not really active. Well, no activity at all. Maybe the kid was on vacation. Maybe here. This one also no. No track. This one. One moment, I will ask if there is another kid who has this. So here we are. We actually found the one who was active. Finally, the kid who the eyes blue, who had some fitness activities, actually moved somewhere, taking the watches, and we can see it here. It happened on Tuesday, 29th. So yeah, there is no record on other days. Oh, Monday as well. But anyway, let us see Tuesday how it looks like. When you open the app and you want to see where your kid moved, you just press on your, here's the location part. When you see the historical track, and then you choose the date. So let us see, like Tuesday, 29th of April. You see the map, you see the time, and then where you see the departure time as well. And then you can see the starting point and the destination. You just press play here. And after the track is generated, you can see exactly where the kid went. Probably this was the subway or the bus. I'm pretty sure the kid couldn't walk that fast. Let's see, almost 400 meters. Oh, for what? No. Not only 400 meters, but yeah, more than 8 kilometers in, let's say, 40 minutes. So probably the kid was taking the subway first, and then there might be bicycle or maybe even jogging. So crossing all these little parks here, the areas, and then arrived at the destination. You can share that to send it to the kid, and also you can send it to to other family members or friends or teachers. Sometimes teachers do that on vacation when they ask the kids to have some activities and to prove that the kid is not just staying home, but having some healthy activities. And it is always really nice for us and for our body to move. And I know personally some teachers who want the kids to have their active holidays, so they have also they arrange some competitions on a group chat of kids of the whole class, and everyone is having those tracks and share that every day thanks to parents. And when the parents they probably every evening, I'm not quite sure how it actually works, but yeah, so most of the kids every evening they just press share here, and then they send that to record screen. They do the screen recording, and then they send it to the group, so those can see where exactly the kid went and how long did it take, so how active he or she was. And then, yeah, hello, welcome here. You have any questions? And actually, as you can see, so here, oh, a moment. Here we have the options to share it. On this phone, we only have WeChat option, but yeah. And then we send that to, well, we can send it anywhere. And then we see the other days, maybe on Monday. What time? Well, there was actually pretty the same track, wasn't it? Let us compare it. Yeah, maybe that was way to school or back from school. And then yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the subway. Otherwise, I really have no explanation why it is so straight. Oh, whoa. The kid was having a walk, maybe. Or jogging with parents, or, anything could happen. Almost 18 kilometers a day. Well, I'm not sure how normal it is for kids, but for me to walk 18 kilometers would be a lot, I would say. And also, you probably notice that, that's pretty clear here, and the location is, well, as for the location and how precise it is, you can see here. So literally every step of the kit, even if it was so close, it is recorded here, so you can see the whole route. Well, as clear as possible here. The kid wasn't sleeping so late, but anyway. So as for these kind of tracks, we only have 2 weeks. You see, it is May the 3rd today, so we have back 2 weeks. It's April 20th. Now we have this. As for fitness, we could have record for a month. You can see, so here's for April. And in April, the kid only had, 2 sessions of swimming, and both of them were pretty short, only 19 seconds. We can see the calories burned, the total time spent on any activity. Then we have, here is the session, all activities here we can choose. Like if the kid also went, for example, jogging or, walking or anything, or even jump rope. So here could be other options, but this one was only swimming, so we cannot choose anything else. Back. What else is really important is that we can see the mood of the kid. This is a part of, well, someone asked, like, if yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It is not like the watches can, understand the mood of the kid and automatically, fill in the blank. No, for sure, no. This is because, well, it's impossible. But the kid can do it himself or herself, and as long as they believe that this is fun. And it would be of help if parents have probably have been really busy these days, or recently, or whatever period it is. so they can see the app, and they can see on the app how does the kid feel, what is the mood, because the kid could fill it in. And here, well, the kid would use the watches to do that, and the parents could see it here. Even as I told you that we have the location tracking information for 2 weeks, sports activities for 1 month, and then we have our mood. This tracking we have for a long period. It would be of help if there is, probably the kid was always keen on sports, and then you can see that starting from January, as we have here in the history, starting from January, the kid was always happy on, let's say, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, when the kid was having his swimming class or whatever it is, piano, it might be piano class or whatever it is. And after that, we saw that the kid went falling. Yes. Yeah, once again, for Z7, for this one, it's 219 euros. And for Z1, it is 129 euros. Both of them are having 15 days for no reason return and 2 years warranty. So going back to our, mood. I was talking about the mood. We can actually see if the kid filled in the blank and then was happy every day when he or she went to the class or to any activity. And after that, when it happened in January, February, and March, we can see that something is not going really right when the kid started to fill on those days to fill in the blank and saying that he's not happy or not so hot or anything, like saying that he's sad. And not all of the kids, they love to share with parents all of that stuff, right? So, but thanks to the watches, and if they fill in the blank, well, hopefully, honestly, the parents could see the changes in the mood, and they could, especially those who are worried about kids' emotional stability, they can see that something is wrong, and then they probably discuss it with the parent, with the kid, and then probably the class started to become too maybe difficult, or maybe, boring, or there might be a lot of troubles, right, the kid is experiencing. And thanks to the app, we can see, like, probably here, see the happy face. The kid was okay on, for example, January 16th. The kid was good at 12:13. Oh, by the way, here is also the trend, and the app says us that it's positive, actually. So we can see a few days of April when the kid filled it in. But then you see, like, most of the cases, the kid was happy, and then all of a sudden we see on March 13 the kid is sad, and we even can see when exactly. So it was in the afternoon. Probably there was, maybe it started to rain, and the kid doesn't like rain. But anyway, it is also, well, yeah, I wouldn't say it would always work, but yeah, it's also one of the topics to talk to your kid when you see it on the app. And yeah, every evening when you ask your kid how was your day, honey, and that stuff, you can even use the imoo app to discuss, every this happy or sad face, and ask the kid what exactly made him or her feel so, and what activities were at that time. Maybe there is need to change something, like the hobby time could be longer, or the homework time, or the reading or whatever the kid doesn't really love to do. Time could be shorter. Probably that was the time when the kid had to do something. I don't know, maybe there was wash the dishes, or I don't know, clean the room. So anyway, thanks to this, the parents are able to see what was happening to the mood of the kid. And especially it works well with those parents who are actually concerned about the kid's emotional stability. And well, yeah, there might be negative stability. But as we can see here, nothing happened to Ice Blue, so pretty happy almost every day, except for March 13th. But yeah, that was just, it is the 14th, so everything is fine. Here, calm. Being calm is also nice, isn't it? Especially in the evening when everyone is tired and the kids are pretty active, starting from the early morning when they go to school, and after school when they are curious, having fun, everything is okay. And after that, just in the evening, probably too tired and feeling just like doing anything. Well, yeah, anything but sleeping. Also, you can see here there is a comparison with it with other kids, and which is important is of the same age, because it would be strange to compare a 7-year-old with 14-year-old kid, right? Here is yes, it is important for sure. Oh, no, one moment. You see here, health and mood, they're separate. So the health part, it's actually filled in automatically here. It's like heart rate, body temperature, blood oxygen, even blood oxygen, right? But there is no data now. It's for mood. That's actually, it should be filled by the kids. So yeah, imoo watches are smart, yeah. So they can have that, record for the you see, for example, on 29th, no, not history, but on 28th of April, the kid's heart rate, you can see the heart rate range, the highest one. So maybe you understand that the kid was having, some, was on a field trip, or, just had a running competition at school. So the heart rate can be seen here. Yeah, it helps. It does help, because when the kid keeps keeps the watches on for the whole day, the parents will be able to see when the heart rate changes, and then probably they could see that at that time the kid was having PE class, and maybe maybe had sleeping time when the heart was pretty calm. And then Yes, I already told you that even we've got a letter, an email from parents saying thanks to us and to imoo, because thanks to that feature of of heart rate and blood pressure, they could actually find out that the kid is having some heart problems. And it actually happened when their kid was having PE class, and then just keeping the watches on as normally, and then parents just, they didn't even focus on that feature, because for them the most important one was to be able to call to the kid and to see where exactly the kid is, just, well, just in case, because they were too worried. And when they were exploring the app, they found out that there is feature of heart rate, and it's been like, a few months the kid has used the watches, and then they just saw that there is negative change in the heart rate, like it's been already a few weeks. And then they saw the time when it was happening. They understood that this was the PE class time. And then but the kid never told them that he's having some troubles, or probably he's tired, or doesn't feel well during the class. So actually, if the kids never told that to parents, and the parents didn't check the app, they would never know that the kid is, experiencing some physical problems during the classes, PE classes. And but thanks to the watches, and yeah, thanks to the app, they saw that, they contacted the teacher. After that, they visited the hospital, and the doctor actually confirmed, after some manipulations, that the kid is having a, hello, welcome here. Yeah, so the doctor confirmed that the kid is having some troubles with heart, and then there is need to, to make to adjust the physical activity, to make it not that well, the kid of the left not that active for quite I'm not quite sure now. I don't remember, probably a few months or there. So anyway, when we received that email, we actually were not only confused, but and felt sorry for the kid, but also we're so proud that there is this feature and it can be of a help, because this is not the main one, right? The main ones are still video calls, just normal calls, messages, and location. Heart rate is just the additional, or mood is the additional one. And we were actually, really happy to know that it helps people to check and to see if something happens to the kid, and if the kid is doing well or not. I personally, I was impressed, honestly. And I felt like this company, imoo, is doing not only business, but also it takes good things to the society. And thanks to this, there is always a chance for people to become more healthy, and which is really, really important, to see that their kids are healthy, and to check how everything is going. So literally, this feature of heart rate might be of a great help, even when we don't know about this. So because let's be honest, who would check it for no reason, right? If the kid had never, I don't know, probably never told to parents that he's having some troubles, or doesn't feel well, or maybe after running everyone feels not okay. Oh, well, not everyone, yeah, for sure, not everyone, but most of the people after, when we need to run, we would feel like, oh, I'm dying, my heart is going about. But no, not everyone is gonna share it with, friends and family, right? But thanks to imoo, there is a chance to see that on the app. Let's go back. Also, there is body temperature. As for this feature, it worked well. Yeah, sometimes the kids they have body temperature changed for no reason when they're, especially when they're little, but after that, no, actually there might be a reason, not only because the kids are having some physical activities, but also because there are a lot of viruses, and especially when they go to school or kindergarten, and then when all of a sudden the kid could start feeling not well. And if the parents they see the track on the this one is body temperature one is can be seen online, and also there is record for this. We can see that it was again the 28th of April when the kid had his long distance walk. We just saw 18, almost 18 kilometers. So the heart rate was completely fine. Body temperature is also fine without any problems. And then here we have the colors. The green one shows that everything is normal. And then the red one, well, hopefully there is no red one. And the kid was not having some, yeah, no record for that. But if there is red one, the red color can show that the kid is having fever or might have fever, so there is need to check it and to see if everything is fine with the kid. Yeah, again, this is not the main feature, but it is also really nice to have it, isn't it? To see if everything is fine and if there is need to leave for your work earlier to go to pick up your kid and take him or her to visit the doctor. Then we go for nice. Let us actually see how the camera works, shall we? Please let me know. Or maybe there are any other features that you're interested in. All right, then we'll go for the camera one. Again, we have Z1, and there is no way to flip up the screen, so it's just like this. There is the front camera, which is suitable for video calls and for selfies. And then we have Z7. It has two cameras, the front one and the back one. Well, there are some people who are asking how the back one works, because the back camera normally is like this, right? Oh my god. Here, by the way, we have alarm. We can slide to stop. Here it is. So actually, yeah, it's really nice when the kids are, well, they need to go to school and the parents want them to be responsible, to take responsibility for waking up. And then there is feature like alarm, so the kids can set it themselves. Well, for sure, for the first period of time, like the parents will need to control that. But after that, well, because you know that going to school is the kid's responsibility, right? So many parents want the kids to be, to do this, to wake up by himself. So there will be no need for parents to spend time on that as well. Because some kids, as I was, love to sleep. And even for now, I could have a lot of alarms every morning, like, probably every 2 minutes until I finally wake up. Some kids are like that, and then they do the alarm when they open it, and then they set it on their watches, and every morning when they wake up they could just slide, and then after 5 minutes the alarm will have oh yeah, there is an option for that. Yes. So literally you can just stop the alarm and slide, and also you can slide to another side, and the alarm will just start working in 5 minutes again. Yeah. Well, it's also like giving some freedom to the kid, saying, oh, you're mature enough, you're old enough to wake up by yourself, to set up the alarm, to prepare going to school. Okay, so yeah, going back to camera. Literally, everyone understands how to use the front one. So when you have a call, like saying like, hello, mom, hello, dad, hello, granny. But how it works when you want to take a picture of something, not a selfie. There is a button here on the upper side of the watches. Here it is. Here is the button. Push here. And then you just flip up the screen. And here is the back camera. So literally when the kid wants to take a picture, the kid just does like this and goes anywhere. Let me take one. We open the camera here, and then we could probably take a picture of these watches. We tap on the screen to shoot. Then you probably can see here. Here is the picture. We can cancel and we can just save it. And after that, we can try to send it to our parents. We go here. We choose here we go. One moment. Here is our grandpa. Parenting after this app is easy. Okay, no. Could you please help me? Look. I want to send the picture to the phone to share the last one. So as you just saw, that there is a parental control when parents can actually restrict who the kid can contact to. And yeah, it might be even grandpa, as we just saw. So the kid probably loved to share everything with grandpa and talking too much and spending a lot of time on the watches, contacting him. So dad or mom was actually concerned about the kids, screen time and anything. So they temporarily blocked the opportunity to contact grandpa and to say how it would affect the kid and if the kid's mood would be okay, because other features of the watches are still available, as we just saw. So everything apart from, except for contacting grandpa. But yeah, we don't know what happened there, right? There might be plenty of reasons for that. Actually, yeah, going back to the restrictions, it is important for every parent to be sure that the kid is safe, right? That the kid is not talking to anyone bad, or no one tries to get the kid into some strange activities or anything. or sharing, location pictures and all that kind of stuff. So parents can restrict everything, like every activity actually. But if we're talking about calls now, as you know, that there is SIM card, place for SIM card here, so literally the kid can receive calls not only in imoo system but also just, well, normal phone calls. And first of all, the parent would receive notification on the app that someone is calling to the gate, especially unknown numbers. Most of the parents will just restrict unknown numbers so no one could actually get through, and the kid wouldn't be able to call anyone as well, because the kid can call only to those who are in his contact list. As for adding into contact list, this should be done by parents using the app. So literally the kid could come home and say, Mom, one of my friends, he doesn't have watches, but he has a smartphone, so I want to contact him, I want to send him some messages and maybe, I don't know, pictures. So he can just take, or she can take the phone number, and the parents using the app would just fill in the like in the form and add that person into contact list. So the kid, after that, only after that, the kid would be able to call him or her and share everything, like pictures, location, having video calls, or sending some voice records, voice messages. Also, parents might always restrict the calling time if there is someone, if someone calls to the kid when the kid is having his, homework time, doing homework time, or, during school time. For the most of the kids in the afternoon, they're at school, so the parents can set up like from 8 a.m. till noon. No one can get through and to call to the kid, and kid cannot call anyone except for emergency calls. And as for emergency calls, here you can see this is Z1. And normally when something goes not okay and a kid needs help, or maybe something happens and the kid doesn't know how to act and needs to urgently call to the parent, it would be really, so nice to find the contacts and to try to find the contact list and stuff. So there always can be set an emergency number for emergency calls. Normally it would be mom or dad, or maybe big sister, or anyway. So how to call? No, there might be some options on different watches, right? So sometimes you will push the buttons. For Z1, you can just on the black screen you write C, and it doesn't work. Oh, battery is low. No battery. Oh no, everything is fine. Why doesn't it work, I wonder? One moment, please. Thank you. Okay. What's that? How emergency call? Why doesn't it work?
When they just stop.
Yeah, I know. Okay, thank you. So literally when the screen is dark, you just wait for it, and we try to write C here, and it doesn't work.
Fine.
All right, doesn't work for Z7. We can see on Z7 it works well. Here's the black screen, and we try to write C on this. Maybe something wrong is with me, not with watches. Could you try? But anyway, there is an option like this, so no, black screen. Here we go. Finally, we found the one that works well. There it is, and then... Well, yeah, I understand. Something is wrong with me, because my coworker just tried to do this and it worked well, but for me it's like, you know, nothing works. Maybe I'm not really... Yeah, it did work. Finally, it did work. I did it. Okay, great. So, and I did it as well just now, because my fingers are too big for this screen, unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know. So here we go. And then there is number. The admin do this, and then you can choose who to call, and you just press quick dial. Oh yeah, since there is no SIM card, it is impossible, but yeah, normally it works well. So if something happens to the kid, so there is no problem at all for him, and he or she is able to have an emergency call without trying to find the parent in the friends list and contacting and stuff. And also the parents will receive the notification that this call is not just the normal one, but the emergency one. So for sure would answer the call and then yeah, figure out what happened. Maybe if the kid needs some help or something like that. All right, going back to the feature. Oh, by the way, as for location, just remember there was a question that when asked that if it could be shared with anyone else apart from those family members on the group. No, no one can see that because of the e-privacy app and all of those certifications. imoo has it, so it is all approved, and it's not like, you know, not good people or something like that could know any information, so it's pretty safe. Also, as for calls, we just talked about unknown calls, right? So it is possible for everyone to protect the kid from some spam and some scam calls, because kids, they're easy to believe, and when the when they receive the call from some people and everyone, when someone can say, hey, I'm your I don't know, Uncle Jenny, I'm your mom's best friend or whatever, so the kid probably, especially the little one who is 6 years old, 7 years old, could believe that. In order not to make it happen, the parents just restrict the calls, so there would be no possibility to receive any call from an unknown number. Oh, well, I consider so. As for Z1, it's 129 euros. And as for Z7, it's 219 euros of 2 weeks of no reason return as well. So you can get it, you can try, and if you believe that, well, if your kid believes that this is nice and he or she loves it, but he would love it, I'm pretty sure, you just keep using that. If no, 15 days, no reason return, you can just contact us and say, not quite sure, let me ask one moment, let me confirm that. I know that now we're doing sales well in Germany and England, also like in that part of Europe. As for features like location and all the stuff, it works everywhere, all over the world, but I'm not sure about sales. Let me ask, one moment, please. Yeah, a second. Which one actually do you like the most? The one Z1 or Z7? Z7 is suitable for the kids from 5 to, let's say, 12 years old. And Z1 is for little ones. Hello. The same, actually.
You can let them to find on Amazon or shopping. Amazon.
So they could deliver to Romania, right?
Yeah. Hi, you can find our smartwatch on Amazon.
All right, so literally any of these Z1 or Z7, two of them you can buy on Amazon and it will be delivered to your country, and all of the features can be used there, like location because of GLONASS, so it all works well. And as for the battery, normally if the kid uses the watches for the whole day, I would say it is like you need to charge it probably every day or once per 2 days. If the kid doesn't really watch the features like, you know, camera or, you know, the sticker camera or the fitness tracking a lot, it will be okay once per 2 days. By the way, while charging, you cannot use it, so probably before going to sleep the kid just can start charging, and it will take probably 2 hours till full charge of Z7 and a bit quieter for Z1. As for here, you see, because why I mentioned Z7, because it has more features than Z1. Apart from, you know, just dialogues with those family members and friends, there is also the fitness activity, all of those points, as I told you, when the kids love to compete. No. No Google Store.
No Google Store. Just use our app, imoo app, on the phone, and use the imoo app can download some to the smartwatch. You can show them.
So look, as here are the apps on the watch. Here there are like different sticker cam or whatever it is, alarm and stuff. Then you can use, the parent can use imoo app here and to get one moment.
The main camera. Yes, and here is there's the screen, and you can find the app center. The app center has a lot of apps here, storage, health, race, funny cam, and like album, and so many apps here, and you can download. Parents can control how which need to download and which need to delete from the smartwatch. It's okay. Yes, they use this on the imoo store. Yes, sorry. It's an imoo app. Point and app and find the app center. Yes, you can get download and it will send to the case watch smartwatch.
So literally here you can also see the app center on the watch. Here it is. You press app center and it is loading. So in fact, the parents will always know what the kid is using, what kind of apps, and what exactly the kid is trying to do with the watches. Here we go for, yeah, for example, funny cam is disabled here. And I'm pretty sure that was not the kid's choice. And yeah, all of other stuff. Actually, it is also really, well, I would say pretty safe because the kid wouldn't be able to go on Google. Well, for sure, Google also has some, age restrictions and stuff. But when imoo presented their own, system of that, I believe it is more safe because there are apps only suitable for kids, for sure. So I wonder why normal camera works well and the funny camera is disabled. But yeah, whatever the parent wants to do is possible. Anyway, so yes, my coworker just showed you the app center. Everything can be controlled, and for a few kids as well. Here we go, the ice blue, this one, and then the other kids. For everyone, you can control it. And then, yeah, maybe the kids are a different age, so they would need different apps to use. And it is always possible for parents to control. They could even get some notifications on the app as well when the kid is trying to get some apps, maybe the ones that the parents don't really like, or maybe the kid, well, one of my friends shared with me that when his kid went to school and there was an app that the teacher recommended to them, but parent didn't know, so he just told to the kid that he doesn't like it and he doesn't want the kid to use it. And there was the trouble when actually all of the classmates could use that. And the dad, he was like, I don't know this app, no, not suitable for my kid. After that for sure they discussed it with the teacher and everything turned out okay. But yeah, at that time everyone was a bit confused. So it is sometimes important for teachers to also, as you can see, there are some chats. So you can see that the family chat as well, and there could be chats with classmates and teachers. So the teachers could tell that on the app first, on the chat first, saying like, what is the camera quality?
Yeah. Camera quality. The forward camera is 2 pixel and the backward camera is 5 pixel, right?
Yeah, let me show you first. Here we go. Oh, can we? Yeah, go for our ducklings. Here they are. And then we go for camera. And we take the picture of that. After taking the picture, so it can be sent, well, for me, it is, I consider that to be good, actually, especially for the watches. And you can send a message to, let's say, so here we go. We just choose the, what happened? Version there. Oh, one moment, please. So yes, for camera, when you open the chat with your family member or whatever friends, you just go, you can choose some stickers and emoji, right? And then we go for video and camera. This is if you want to make a record. And then album, you choose the picture and you just press send. And here we go. Grandpa receives the picture from Ice Blue. Here it is. So you can see that the picture is pretty clear, and yeah, everything looks nice. Even yeah, this little duckling needs to swim and to clean it up. And here you can also see that the picture was shot with C7. Also, let me see if there was something else in the sharing pictures. No. As for selfie camera, the front one, the quality is not as good as the back one, but still quite okay. I would say it is good enough when you want to have a call, and when, because most kids are using the camera for either for sticker cam and for funny camera. Well, it doesn't need to be, you know, as perfect as we have on our smartphones, right? As for video calls to friends and family, it works completely okay, so no troubles. Let me show you the Z1 as well. Camera. Here it is called Take Photos. So there is only the front one, so we can take a picture. Go for it, and it still looks okay, right? As for other features, the one also has that one to add friends by bumping, like, you know, with Z7 as well, like this. Oh, no dialing. Oh, does it have a SIM card here? Can we show add friends feature?
Yes, you can.
Yeah. Can you help me open it here?
Let's open up. Okay. And today we have add friends, and we got the phone, and to add the friends just here. Open. No, sorry. No? Sorry. They made it.
So on Z7, it actually looks more colorful.
No. No.
Yeah, please.
Yes.
So here it looks like this. Here. It literally shows you two watches, right? So how they bump up, and you put add here, add friends. Two watches like this. Bump and add friends.
Yes.
Here we go. Oh, no SIM card here. But anyway, so when two of them, they have SIM cards, not using Wi-Fi, for example, at school or at the playground, the kids just open this feature, they bump up the watches, and then they add each other. What is going? So yeah, also it should be connected to the app, because if the parent, well, it works like that. So if the watch is not connected to the app, so the parent, there will be no way for, where is the other guy? Well, having some fun somewhere, I guess. It's spring time, holiday time, so everyone is having fun, including the kids. So yeah, if the watches are not connected to the phone, to the app, it doesn't make any sense if, well, you know, most of the parents, they buy watches not for making kids feel so, so happy about having a new toy or a new device, right? Most of the parents, they buy watches firstly to have control, right? Well, because they're concerned, they are worried, they want to know what happened to the kid. And if the watches are not connected to the app, there will be no possibility to contact, right, anyone. So firstly, as we just saw, the case with Z1, it is not connected to the app, so the feature of adding friends is not working. Just because there will be no way for parents to check out who is the. Here is you can see, actually, please keep calling. I want to show the camera. So sister is calling now. We can decline, or we surely want, and then we can answer with the video. So here it is, and congratulations, you bought the watch. Okay, I see. Cool. So now we can use the feature of adding friends, right?
Yeah.
Okay, add friends here in ice blue, right? Here we go. We just press here, bump, and add friends, and here as well. Start. And then we just keep searching. Yeah, Z1 and ice blue. Let's shake and add friend. Successful. So when I actually personally saw a lot of kids who are just having the watches like this and going just to play, and for them it is actually really nice to also to see how it works, because kids love to play. And then for me, being an adult, I would consider like, yeah, this is a nice feature, because using the cell phones, we always need to to try to add either the phone number or ID or whatever we find friends. For the kids, we just take two of them. You just go bump it and you're friends already. But I saw kids playing like this when they just run around and then they try to add friends. Like, they could see how fast it could be. So for them, for example, they would firstly try once and then 2 times and 3 times. And then they literally try to run away and try to stay close and to see how it works. Because, well, yeah, unfortunately, I'm not a kid. I'm not, well, maybe already cannot have fun, but they can. So for them, this feature also is not about convenience. Actually, for them, this feature is also about play as well. As for other features of Z1, mainly they're, well, yeah, the most important ones with Z7 are the same. It's like chatting with your friends and family, adding friends, then steps count, which also is important for some kids and even for us adults, right? When we see the comparison on our health apps, like no matter what smartphone we're using, so they could see, oh, when I had like 800 steps yesterday because I went on a field trip with my classmates and shared it with grandpa or grandma or friends from summer camp. And by the way, in which case it also works well is that parents can see that as well. And when a kid, for example, in a summer camp or somewhere where the parents have no idea where the kid is doing, and if they see that the kid was actually not active for the whole day, they could have some questions. What happened? Why? And like, doesn't the kid feel well, or what's wrong? What's going on? So literally, the step count is also not the main feature of the watches, but it is pretty important, isn't it? Let us see. One moment here. Z7, apart from step count and go back, health, fitness, and blah blah blah. Also, there is option for stopwatch. Can you guess how the kids are using this? Because I personally don't really use the stopwatch option in my life, but I saw so many kids who are using that, and they use it for play as well, not for studying or something. Do you have any ideas? Let us, we'll discuss later if you try to guess first. Actually, well, you know, kids are creative and we never know how they would use our imoo watches, and when we receive some feedback or even we see outside, because a lot of kids are using this, right? Probably, well, I would say most of the kids I see age maybe starting from 6 to high school, I guess, are using imoo watches, and yeah, sometimes they make me so surprised because the way they use it is pretty, I would say, not strange, but yeah, just surprising. Even the, well, yes, maybe. Let's see. What they do is that they open the stopwatch option, and then they try to play, like, for example, a few friends together, 3, 5, whatever, and then they set the exact second they should stop. For example, I don't know, 10 seconds, and then they start the stopwatch, and then, well, or let's say, for example, 5 seconds, they start like this, and then when they see that the time is close to 10 seconds, they start to stop it. And my option is here is 949, and for example the other kid would have 10.2, so he would actually be closer than me, and he would be the winner. And it sounds a little bit strange, doesn't it? But for kids, it is also the way to have fun, especially for those little ones who are in elementary school and who do not need to focus too much on you know, their studies or other that important adult stuff. So they can just play, enjoy their life, and go. It actually also works well when the kids are playing outside, but the weather is not really good. Maybe it's raining, so they're staying still outside, but they're not able to run or to have some active games. They can just use their watches to play as well, still breathing the nice air, not just staying home in four walls and play video games. Because well, yeah, screen time is also important, and screen time on the watches and screen time on TV are different, right? As for screen time of imoo watches, it is also can be restricted by parents, so no worries if the kid just keeps using it for the whole day and for the whole night, for example, going to sleep and saying, yeah, just start charging my watches, but in fact no charging, and just playing for the whole night or till it falls asleep. It wouldn't be possible if the parents also restrict it on the app. Actually, parents can restrict anything. You can just choose the apps the kid can use and delete those that you don't like. You can choose people who the kid can call in, people who the kid can receive calls from. You can, well, yeah, parent cannot control the location as well. But still, any other things can be controlled, even the jump rope, because as I mentioned, jump rope, when you have jump rope activity, the watches could have music for you, well, for the kid, to make it more, you know, funny, and to make the kid feel more energetic. Because I personally saw the kids playing that. They prepared for the competition, and they trained, like, you know, every evening, like just close to my house, so I saw that. And those kids who were having their training with watches, they felt more happy and more excited and energetic than those who didn't have, because those without watches, they were like, you know, oh, I'm so tired, I don't want to do anything. And then after that, when they heard the music from the other side of the playground, they were like, I want to go there, I want to join. And they didn't actually know that it is all of the watches can give you. They just believe that this is just the music. And then when they saw that everyone can set it for themselves, they were like, oh, I want that too. What thing is that? So parents can control that as well. So maybe, I guess there will be no parents who will be not happy to know that the kid is pretty active and doing, like, you know, a lot of physical exercises and keeping keeping healthy and fit, as long as it doesn't affect the study. Because yeah, kids love to play and run more than to sit and read something and write something and do the homework, don't they? And as for other features, yeah, even the fan camera, the sticker cam, it can also be controlled by parents. So it can be restricted, and there will be no way to use it, for example, during the school time or in the evening or whatever. The chats as well, as we just saw a few minutes ago, that it was blocked and the kid couldn't contact his grandpa, just probably because the kid spent too much time on talking to him, you know. And also, it is not like the parents just block the contact forever. No, it's just the time. It's, for example, restricted to contact this person from, I don't know, from, let's say, 10 p.m. till noon, let's say like this. So when the kid needs to have rest and go to school, and after that, anything is fine. Also, it can be restricted the screen time, so it could be, for example, an hour a day. And after that, it only will be available the emergency calls and the calls for those contacts who are bonded to the watches. So normally it's parents or maybe, like, you know, siblings, the older one. Because yeah, it would be strange if, for example, still any calls will be okay and available, and then the like someone could call and still, well, is it considered to be screen time if it is not a video call? This is a good question, right? But still, the kid will be focusing on the watches, but not on the other things the kid needs to do. So it can also be restricted and controlled. Also, the normal camera can also be stopped as well. What else? Yeah, I guess that's it. Then what as for yeah, I mentioned the emergency call. I mentioned, what did I mention? Maybe you have some questions as well. Let me see. Oh yeah, probably you could also see here that the watches, the battery stuff here is 89. So the watches actually were charged yesterday night, but didn't use them for the whole day. So if you keep using the like, you know, all the time, all of these features for the whole day, it would be enough just for one day or a bit more. So it's better to keep it charging every day, just in order to have to keep track on your kid, to see where he or she is, and to be able to contact him or her. Because the kids, well, yeah, you know, not most, but some kids, especially little ones, they cannot understand. For example, we adults, we know, like, for example, I take my phone and I see that the battery is low, so I probably wouldn't use any apps because I'm still not home and I don't have a power bank, and, well, so many reasons, right? Or I will, for example, I need to drive a car and I need GPS working, so I would just keep my phone on low power mode and stuff. Some kids, they don't really understand and they don't really focus on that. So it is important for parents, especially for the like first few probably weeks of usage or days. It depends on the kid for sure, but some kids, they wouldn't really focus on that. They would focus on playing only. And it is important that during the charge, it's better not to use the watches. For some kids, it is like, they could see parents are watching, are charging the phone and still keep using. For watches, it's better not to. So the best way to charge is just to charge it overnight. Yeah, for sure, it doesn't need the whole night to be charged fully, so it's probably only 2 hours or so, but still it is okay, because there is no need to check the kid's location. Well, hopefully hopefully the kid doesn't run somewhere at night, so no need to check location, no need to check the fitness track or anything, or the heart rate. Well, heart rate may be useful sometimes, but yeah, most of the cases it's not really convenient to sleep with your watches right on. And it might be sometimes, but not every day, every night. Then also charging overnight, and then but not far from the kid because of the alarm, as we mentioned already. The alarm feature is important when you want to have your kid, I don't know, to your kid to be responsible and have that kind of freedom of an adult to be able to do and to do everything like adults, to wake up, to go to sleep, to control the time spent on something. Stopwatch will also help for those, physical activities like on Z1 especially, like sit-ups or anything like that. Then also the activity like swimming and jogging and jump rope can be tracked on the app on the fitness part of watches. Later it could be seen on the app, the whole track, and 30 days record, so the kids can discuss it with parents as well. And I even know a lot of families who are, parents are using their smartwatch, and I even know the family where the parents and kids and even grandma and grandpa, everyone is using imoo watches. And then when they have, also family, not competition, but, family activities to keep fit, because adults, they work a lot, they sit in the office, they don't really move. And then the elderly people, they also try to keep fit in order to stay healthy longer. So all of them are using actually the imoo watches, but different versions of them. Because let's say grandpa doesn't really need sticker cam, right? Only to play with a grandson or granddaughter. And then when they see the track, the whole fitness records, they can see that on the app, and then they can see who burned more calories, who had a longer distance, who spent a longer time. So they can check these all, and then have even my neighbors, they have even the table where they every day they write, and then every week they have kind of the they say congratulations to that who received the whole bank. Well, as for adults, they go for some some snacks and yummy stuff, and for kids they go either for toys or also for something yummy or whatever. Every family can discuss it by themselves, right? But anyway, it makes so thanks to the watches, to the imoo watches, they have the opportunity to make their family relationship more closer. So they could have common sense, they could have common topics, they could actually understand each other better. And it is really, really important when you have kids, right? And when you have also your parents living close to you, and you want to have and probably if we go for, I don't know, movies or something, the kids and adults would be, I don't know, they would have different interests. But when it comes to something like, yeah, again, physical activity, for example, it's pretty the same for everyone. Well, yeah, hopefully for elderly people it's pretty the same as for kids, and they could be still so energetic and healthy. But anyway, when they try to use it together, it makes them feel like their family is actually having a good time together, and then they enjoy it, and then again they have competition, so everyone could keep fit and could stay keen on sports, and then also see how family, because doing something like this alone is not always funny, and people sometimes they could get not so energetic and not so motivated. But when your loved ones are doing the same with you, and especially when all of you are having the same watches, and then you feel like you're part of community and you're not alone, and then you can always be motivated by them, or you can feel like together you can do a lot of things. The Z7 is 219 euros, and C1
C1 is 129
euros. Not 2 weeks, 15 days, no reason return, and 2 years warranty. So if something happens, you can send it back to us, and we will check this problem. So yeah, guys, hope you're having nice beginning of May. And yeah, see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.